CNN ain't see none of my friends. Swag gave me the blues, they never walked in my shoes. They want us living in fear, it ain't what I'm trying to hear. Switched it over to Fox, kept clicking, I barely stopped. New guest on NBC, no one that represent me, so I got tired of waiting. Sit master debate, give me some headlines, it must be past bedtime. Sleeping on me still like I ain't vitamin D for real. Rep your city, play devil's advocate. Wayne Brady gon' have to smack a bit. Tell me something good, a recipe for success. Give me some timeline, shop session and flight deck. Hey, P, what's next?
Still convinced I love you better in another life. Ay, life after death, fuck death, Illuminati. Worshipped at the altar and I felt my soul leaving my body. Another plane of existence, stack on some shrooms, get missing. Little tab of that LSD vacation could've been named HOTC3. Confessions, smoking sessions, nigga pouring up elixirs. Distort the picture, Photoshop made her thicker, but grinding made me that nigga. Bitch flowing made me the river. Drop wet in these models, Twitter. Big brothers race them a killer. Hey, keep your hand clean so you can do your dirt. Gonna pop that pussy for me, baby. Gonna make it work. Try to make it work. Now I come out my shirt and the whole new they mine. Gonna drop that one more time. Time. They call me private party C.O.D. Only love that I laid in inspired by the tree. And I'm still high. I ain't never lied. But I'm 8 years sober, one day at a time. Hey, round my way they call me C.O.D. My mama said that I've been swagging since the age of 3. And you know, and she ain't never lied. Still convinced I love you better in another life.
I'm just trying to function.
Hey, they call me private.
Yeah,
You like spooky season, man?
Not at all.
Thank you. That's good.
Mainly because don't wait till October to be a whore. If you go wear slutty costumes and bunny ears, pop that off all year. And for all of the actual spooky shit, man, fuck that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like square business, man. But not to bury the lead. This is your host, C.O.D. the Cater Boy Music, a.k.a. Big Tabby, a.k.a. Tabula Rasa, a.k.a. C.O.D.M.D. the Doctors In, a.k.a. 315-4. If you know, you know. P, what it do, G?
It's your boy, P. Henry Trotter IV, a.k.a. Home Run Trot, a.k.a. Casino P, a.k.a. Mock Tube, a.k.a. Mr. Long P, a.k.a. Quintavious Dyson, Quinn with the pen and with the lens, a.k.a. I said Mock Tube, didn't I? I did.
But it was written, so it should be said. So nice he had to say it twice. And this is Gimme Some Headlines. Yeah, I already know it. I had to stick the landing on that show open. That's a cold ass open though. I hate to do that with the intro to the show, but it just felt organic. I had to do that. You feel me? Yeah, I'm saying. But hey, we gonna jump right into this thing there, G.
Let's get it.
Hey man, we gonna kick the flight deck back off, man. I had got to where I was squirrely. And I got to where I was like, man, I don't get to talk my shit no more. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to carve out some time for me to get back to getting jiggy. And in a 5-day work week, man, they discussing that nigga Ben Simmons 5 days a week. And I don't like none of the narratives I'm hearing around my guy. You feel what I'm saying?
Talk to me.
Bruh, I am not a Ben Simmons fan. That's the first word in this. I have never rooted for him to succeed. I could care less whether or not he ever win a championship. I'm just evaluating what I see. Before I say a word about the Sixers, I'm going to define something to you guys that I had a paramour of mine educate me on through getting me out of some of my fuckery. I had no idea what this shit was until I got accused of it, and I had to educate myself on it to see whether or not I had work to do or she was full of shit and I had work to do. So I had to get very familiar. You feel what I'm saying? But gaslighting, to manipulate through psychological means into questioning their own reality. It happens when an abuser tries to control a victim by twisting their sense of reality. Doing something abusive, then denying it happened. Convincing victims they're mentally unfit or too sensitive. Not allowing people to walk away through trying to make amends once you've pushed them too far. So it makes them question their own sense of self. If they doubt, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I didn't do this shit in the sense of the definition of it. But when you extrapolate out from the core definition of it, I see how I was guilty of it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I am not an abuser. You feel what I'm saying? But from a situation of dealing with problems and working through shit, I wasn't being accountable for how my actions made her feel because I was responding to shit that hurt me. So I was only acknowledging the intent of trying to get her to understand shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can't cause damage expecting the shit to create health. You feel what I'm saying? Unhealthiness beget more unhealthiness. And I wasn't accepting that shit. You feel what I'm saying? I was making the relationship worse and demanding that she do better. Like I was holding our own relationship hostage. We ain't gonna be happy until I'm happy type. And it was fucking crazy. You feel what I'm saying? And I had to look in the mirror on that shit. And the only reason I reference that and talk about the Sixers is because Joel Embiid take 35 games off every fucking year. And who carries them through those absences? Ben Simmons. Joel Embiid, the year before last, the year before the layup, missed playoff games with a stomach ache. Everybody eating the same shit in the bubble. How he find a way to eat something that fucked him up? You feel what I'm saying? He had to find a way. You feel what I'm saying? But niggas don't never question that nigga or talk that fuck shit by Joel Embiid.
You on mute.
Do you think it's the cursing? Fuck. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. It ain't the cursing. I don't know what's happening. That's gonna fuck my mojo up if they do that all show, though.
That's gonna be a great 6 seconds clip, though, because I'm still recording.
All the way through?
Yeah, mine ain't stopped.
Yeah, we gonna need your shit. We gonna need your shit for this one. But I reference all of that to say this. Bruh, Joel Embiid has put a lot of fuckery into the Sixers organization. He's come into every season except for the very last one out of shape and gotten injured as a result of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ben Simmons has dealt with being talked about as the problem his entire time there. Joel Embiid took a whole year off after he got drafted, bruh. You hear what the fuck I'm telling you? And they finally pushed this nigga Ben Simmons to the point where he like, fuck this. I'm not gonna do y'all like James Harden did the team he was on for a decade and say, trade me here, nowhere the fuck else, and remove all of y'all leverage. But I'm telling y'all, get me the fuck out of here. It don't matter what team y'all put me on. Just not this one. Trade me anywhere who is willing to leverage assets to get me, and I'll know by them doing that, they actually fucking want me there. But I ain't playing somewhere where they don't want me no more. Put that shit in the context of a relationship, and now look at that Ben Simmons Philadelphia shit, bruh. The moment he ready to leave, you want to tell me he ain't been traded because y'all can't get back equal value? Couple months ago, they asked Doc Rivers, do you think you could win a championship with this point guard? And he said he don't know. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And today, when they pressed him on that shit, his pussy ass tried to say, well, I was just trying to dodge a question. Doing something abusive and then acting like it didn't happen. Making somebody feel like they are mentally unfit or unhealthy. Saying Ben Simmons too weak, he can't take criticism. No, he can take criticism. He ain't willing to be scapegoated no motherfucking more. It's the reason he demanded a max salary. You ain't finna talk about that nigga like he a role player no motherfucking more, bruh. And when he demand to go somewhere where they gonna treat him like what the fuck he is, bruh, he averaged more points than Reggie Miller, more assists than Reggie Miller, more rebounds than Reggie Miller, and he played defense on par with Giannis. He up for DPOY level consideration year after year. And you gonna tell me a motherfucker who forced Ray Allen out of Boston don't know so that Rondo could get more playing time? You don't know if you can win a championship with Ben Simmons as your point guard? Nigga, fuck you. Get me out of here, dog. Get me the fuck out of here. And don't talk that shit now that I don't want to be here no more. And on that note, I throw it to you, because I done said everything I had to say, bro. Fuck the Sixers. Fuck Joel Embiid for trying to act like he wasn't shitting on this man. And fuck anybody who thinks somebody have to stay in a toxic relationship because, oh, they want him now, or they only gonna let him go if it's convenient for them. Fuck all that shit. World-class talent who demand max salary in their field should be able to choose where the fuck they work. Doctors don't graduate college and have to go work in the worst hospitals in the country because they the best of the best. Well, they really need help. Fuck that shit. They get to choose where they work. And I'm sick of niggas convincing motherfuckers that the draft system and athletes should have 7 years of their future controlled after the free labor portion of the fucking college system. Fuck that shit. Oh, now that you get to get paid, you don't get to choose where you live through all of your 20s. Fuck that shit. They don't get to choose what they do with their life until they 30?
Until they 30.
Y'all can suck my dick. Y'all can suck my dick and get Ben Simmons the fuck out of there, bro.
When they've been told what to do since how old? Because it didn't just start in college.
Play for free and then go where the fuck I tell you to go.
If this is what you're gonna do, you're gonna come play our game. You're gonna do exactly what we say until we say you can do otherwise. Because
every couple of months, I'm gonna have a tiny white man stand in front of you and make you pull your dick out and piss in a cup in front of him. I don't think people know just how degrade them athlete piss tests are. Like, you have to, like, even in high school, you have to stand there with some 43-year-old balding white man with a fucking glasses staring at your penis to make sure it ain't a what they call them, wizzy jizzies, fake dillies, fake willies. What they got a name for them? UPs,
Pilly Willy. I don't know.
Go ahead. I find the name of it. That's how I close the segment. I toss it to you until we're done, and I close the segment with the name.
No, it was interesting that you put it in the context of being in a relationship, man, because that's what it is, man. Like
I'm sorry. I got one more interruption. The Sixers have played 22 games with Joel Embiid and without Ben Simmons. They are 11-11. The Sixers have played 34 games without Joel Embiid. Excuse me. They have played 72 games without Joel Embiid because he always the fuck gone. Wait a minute. I did that math right? Oh, these the most recent 34. They 17-17. So they 500 without either star. So to act like either one is more valuable than the other one was always fucking stupid. I am not a Ben Simmons fan. I am simply telling Sixers and Sixers fans, y'all trusted the process to get to this point and brought in Doc Rivers' fat lip dumbass to fuck it up in less than a year. Because all it took was his coach getting on that fuck shit with him, and it was over with. Y'all brought in Daryl Morey and Doc Rivers to alienate the motherfucker that was worth $250 million to the franchise. Who had y'all invested $250 million into? Ben Simmons and fucking Joel Embiid. How dare you bring anybody in to undermine it? P.
Yeah, ain't much left to be said about it, to be honest, man. Yeah, you know how we think about the dynamics of the league, and it is when you have stewards that don't look like the talent that it is stewarding over. Ooh. Don't know what to do with it. don't treat it with respect. Because I mean, take a look at, you see what's happening with Ben Simmons. Has this happened with Luka? Has this been an issue with him? Because Ben Simmons was the #1 overall pick. I don't know where Luka fell in the draft, but you don't see these problems with him.
I think Trae Young went number 4 to Luka went number 3 or 4 to Atlanta. Dallas got Trae Young at 7 and swapped it with Atlanta and gave them another pick.
The 7th pick being involved. I remember the 7th pick.
Yeah. So I think it's either 3 or 4 and 7, and then Trae got swapped for Luka, and Atlanta has been happy with the decision because he been balling, but they could have almost fucked that off.
That would have been it.
Because Atlanta got an international airport. He'd have been he could have challenged Pitbull for Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, man. I don't like the narrative, the perspective around. So the narrative that they created with they made Ben the scapegoat, they made Ben the monster, like everybody going after Ben. And it's crazy how the people who like think about this being a work situation, like terrible work conditions, but we still expect you to be loyal to us and show up here every day and do what we tell you to do because we put food in your belly. We put no, I do that. The value that I create creates the means for me to do those things for myself. And so I get where Ben is coming from. It's like, well, continuously y'all have told me y'all don't want me. What is the problem? It's like the lady. My lady just came from a very, very toxic work environment. CEO, complete dickhead. They keep giving her these little pieces by little pieces, not for what she worth, but they keep giving her what they think she deserves, and don't let her dictate the terms of which. This is going to be great footage, but this is great.
That fucked me up.
This is going to be great.
That nigga
that look like the intro to Friday.
I love it.
Yeah,
oh
man.
Shit.
And so Buddy created toxic work environment, and his top talent. An expansion team starts, or a team says, "Well, look, we want you over here. We want you over here at the value that we believe you at, which is where you should be, where you are. Let us put you there." So any team that, like Ben say, any team that come to me and say, "Hey, look, we got a space for you over here to let you operate how you want to operate."
And that's for all y'all people who be half-assing it at work. You'll never get paid what you're worth. You only ever get paid what you're able to negotiate. And it's your job to make sure you're able to negotiate what you're worth. So you could be in there half-assing it around somebody who going hard as fuck and planting seeds for something that your ass not going to be a part of because they see how you treat the company you work for right now, because they not finna be the company you work for. Fuck you talking about. So stop half-assing it at work. You could be missing your bag fucking around. I had to give him that perspective because we trying to give him some headlines. My nigga P Lady bossing up. I had to say do that one time. Cause that's some bullshit. This is some how I carry myself is why I'm in this position shit. And I have a great deal of fucking respect for that. So I had to point that out. You feel what the fuck I'm saying though? But keep speaking on it though. She come from this toxic environment where it begot itself from losing the health. Health wasn't going to create health in the toxicity. It was going to find health. And you were in the process of talking about how that journey came to fruition.
Yeah, man. So some talent that left already recognized my lady's talent while they were there. And they said, well, look, we'll give you the space over here, like to come do your thing. And she's like, cool, I will entertain this. I'm not feeling the situation over here. They keep putting things on me like they don't treat me how I deserve to be treated. Well, let me see how things go over here. And so as soon as that word got out that somebody else was interested, now the incumbent is, well, let us do this for you then. Or how about this? No, you're only doing this because somebody else want me. Because somebody else reached out to Philly. They want Ben Simmons. But I think they sitting on it like, nah, we're not about to give him up. If somebody willing to pay this for him, maybe we need to keep him here. So now they're trying to force him to play. You don't try to keep nobody there that you was willing to get rid of, that you kept talking about getting rid of. You don't keep them there unless somebody is willing to come and take them away, saying, okay, this is what I give them then. Well, why would you give them that? We was ready to get rid of them. Hold up, we may have something here. Nah, you under contract with us.
You know who else had season end with people saying he should have took a shot he didn't? LeBron. Any team that lost him felt good about it? Nope. Not a one. Some of them shots were layups, right? Why would you toss it out to him? He ain't got no experience taking that shot. How you gonna gain it? How many seasons y'all think Ben Simmons gonna end like that? One. And what he grew from, what he felt, and what he ready to do moving forward, he just not willing to do it for Philly. Y'all can thank that man weak if you want to.
Yeah. I got
y'all bitches ain't go from Australia to Louisiana to fucking Philly. That nigga ain't been in a soft environment. Y'all can think that nigga soft if you want to. Like where he had a chance to be soft at as a big old 6'7" motherfucker growing up in Australia. Where did he not get treated like an outcast?
Philadelphia. It's all black dude in Australia. Australian dude in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Embiid gonna feel like Shaq did. Embiid gonna feel like Shaq did. Man, what I could have did if I had kept him. He could talk his shit now. But in 2-3 years, when they still giving Al Horford $20 million a year, the next Al Horford, you feel what I'm saying? He gonna wish he had got his ass out of Philly.
Can I make a quick point?
Hell yeah.
The organization poisoned the water so poorly that the cat who you went to war with every single day, who was you was depoy, like you was depoy caliber. He was MVP caliber before he got hurt. The organization is poisoning the water so poorly. This dude watched you go out and perform every single night. And because you didn't show up, because if it wasn't him, maybe it's you, bro. Because when he leave, who else is scapegoat? Ain't no more scapegoat. Now you that guy. They can't blame it on Ben no more. They can't, like once Ben gone, they can't blame it on him no more. Joel, this is your fault now. And so like now he has no scapegoat. And I think he gonna really regret not having that guy there who, like you said, was on par. They was 500 when one of them was out and the other one was out. But when they was together, they was able to put together a season where they got the number 1 seed, man. And so they poisoned the water so poorly there, man, that like a guy who went to war with you every single day finally turned on you in the interview. And I thought that shit was horrible, man, because that's what they do to motherfuckers. They like at your job.
He can think he want Bradley Beal until he trying to lead the league in scoring while he trying to get his MVP. Until he's Shaq and got a nigga who want to be Kobe. You feel what I'm saying? He could think that's what the fuck he want, and he gonna wish he had a nigga who would rather throw that to him. No matter what the fuck time of the game it was. He gonna miss this nigga Ben Simmons, bro. Cause you done seen the footy, the nigga can shoot. You can feel however you want to. But this shit gonna play out very interesting, bro. And it's gonna play out in Ben Simmons' favor, I believe, wholeheartedly.
It definitely is, man. I think it's a ploy, man. This I can't shoot shit is a ploy, man. This cat finna go, because he never, like, I don't think he's like that in Philly. Like, they've been blaming, like you said, they've been blaming him since day one. And when they gave him that bag, like, you give me that bag, of course I'm gonna take that bag. Because this contract,
and he knew that they could pay him the most.
Right.
So you can't leave after the rookie contract. They might have been plotting from jump. He might have been like, bro, I'm not finna be 30 before I get to choose LA. They probably offered Paul George and niggas ain't said nothing. Like, that's why ain't nothing leaked. They're like, we don't want Paul George. Imagine Kawhi Leonard and him, bro. That's 14 feet of wing space.
Bro, he can't take no more embarrassment. PG been going through it. Hey, all right. Y'all said y'all wasn't going to.
You can't kick me out of my hometown. Yeah.
Clippers called Philly and was like, hey, we got an offer for you, but y'all got to sign the NDA before we can tell. Before we can tell.
Hey, man, Wizardator, man. Can I do you a favor, man? Oh, no, that ain't what we on. Nigga, you know what time it is. What this here, kid?
Man, hit me with that thing, bro. Yeah. That's what's up.
Now we popping shit, man. Did we right here, man? Did the Drip Too Hard video, man. The Drip Too Hard lyric video.
Run that back, Turbo.
Punch me in, C.O.D. Yeah. Hey, I was floating on my back, out of eye with my sack. I said to myself, God bless, I'm glad that my partner looking happy. Yeah, she yanked him out the water, would've thought it was an eel. Head dip back in the river, she got water in my ears. She be too aggressive, baby girl, you gotta chill. They be tryna cop a hubby, you tryna cop a feel, or you tryna cuff her up. She tryna cop some heels, same nigga that she see, the same nigga that she hear. If you can manage riches, I will let you get the business, but I'm too big for an image, and too big for my britches. Only do it when I feel it, I do it so I feel it. We be working through the hours, all a nigga hits crickets tell her. Dick too hard, don't stand too close. She said ain't no such thing, ram it down my. I said you the realest bitch. She said bitch I know, and if you niggas can't tell this, that drug go close. That sandwich hit different when the bread be toast. I'm a different little nigga, come get bodied in the post. We been floating on the stroke, third coast niggas do the most with the least. We go, we leap, we work, we deep, we die, we weep, we you, we me. We stepped up in this bitch to hear motherfucker preach. Guaranteed I'm worth more than the number that you eat. So run it back, run a bag, run it back, run a bag. I want you to have the things you never thought that you could have. A large percent of that gon' stay where it's at. Full of fucking talent, all my homies wearing hats. Come and visit me at home, come and visit on the ranch. Running with the free folk like a raider, coming man, fucking vans. These are capital investments, cataclysms in a lecture. Sir, you relax, you dripping way too much to measure. Run and get your lady for a nigga, treat her bitter. Run and get a tie before I dripping on your liver. I can be a wolf, or I could be a minch. I could be your part-time lover in a pinch. I can rinse, lather, repeat. I remember falling downhill off a 10-speed, smashed in the booty car on the side of the street. My crush was laughing at me, felt it lasted for a week. I would've laughed too, that was some funny shit to see. I grew to be humble, all I needed was some seeds. Good and bad deeds, switches on my knees. I remember how I felt, man, a nigga couldn't sleep. Combos to the body, eating piece of hot pocket, still spit that player shit. Panoramic roof, bitch, man, I'm swinging to this nip. I can feed a multitude, cause you taught me how to fish. The race is never won, so a marathon it is. P.
Yes,
how you feel about it, man? You fucking with it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Cause I watched those dance videos, like those studio dance videos. I used to get sucked down YouTube rabbit holes of them joints. Cause they so entertaining, man. Like it's a lot of talented dancers out there. And we gotta start.
Did you notice I matched a lot of the dance moves up with the lyrics?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm a fool with that shit.
That ram it down my like I recognized it big time in that piece, man. But yeah, like going through and with the cadence and everything, a lot of the back rolls that they was doing aligned real well.
The white boy collapsed when you smashed in the booty car, and he started giggling when you said it was some funny shit to see. I'm talking about my timing, man. I was on one with that, man. It's lyrics all over this shit, so y'all might not know, but I'm gonna send you the I call it the Drip Too Hard jig video. It's the video without the lyrics on it.
Okay, that's a bet. That's what's up.
But, I got that for all of them, but I ain't been uploading them. I be like, I ain't clipped this shit together to not be able to enjoy it. This shit work. I have a white bow version.
I remember when you was at the house in Scottsdale, and we used to listen to our music over like music videos. I remember that.
That's my shit.
The New Flame joint, the Usher, Chris Brown joint.
Oh yeah.
Then you was like, hey, "Have you ever?" I was like, "Oh, I ain't never seen this video." You was like, "Oh, you ain't never seen this video?" And then you cut our music off. He's like, "Oh, you got to see this. You got to see the actual song first."
Straight up.
Yeah. That's one of the classics. That's one of the best 5 videos I've ever seen.
If y'all don't know the specific moment he talking about, I ain't gonna clip it in the show. Copyright. But if y'all ain't never seen a nigga moonwalk while ticking in slow motion, go treat yourself. Cause, oh man, it ain't no passing of the torch. It's 2 niggas who on fire, just being phoenixes. They just burning in the night sky. The shit amazing. Go watch that New Flame video, man. That shit a bop. And watch that shit on your television. Don't watch it on your phone.
Don't short yourself. Watch that
shit on your television with some speakers going. Make it sexy. For real. Just like you should have watched that Drip Too Hard video. We done dropped this thing in the afternoon time, and we about 25 into the show, so they right at prime time. They right at 8 o'clock time for my nigga Peter Rock, man. You got some bars in that bitch, man. You want to go hard, man? You want to explain any of the behind the scenes on the bars? Cause I think people definitely want to understand what exactly did you mean by hold up, and I wrote this down so I could be sure. Read this in my best white folks reading rap lyrics voice.
That's the
Dick
best one.
Too Hard. Excuse me. Richard Too Hard. Don't stand too close. She said, "Ain't no such thing. Ram it down my." Whoa. I said, "You the realest." Expletive. She said, "Expletive. I know." And if you didn't know, this is that expletive up close. What did you mean by that, sir?
Dig too hard. Don't stand too close. She said, "Ain't no such thing. Rip it down by O."
Oh.
I said, "You the realest bitch." She said, "Bitch, I know." And if you niggas can't tell, this is a drug up close. Man, I was having a good time, bro. Just having a good time.
Sound like it.
Yeah.
That reading fucked you up. That reading fucked you up. You all discombobulated.
No, I was trying to talk about this without yeah, man. I don't ever want to condone drugs, but the drugs was working.
Oh, okay, yeah. We could move forward. Okay.
No, I mean from the story. No, it was perfectly fine. From the story, I was off them guys, and I remember it vividly, and it was a great time, man.
I got it. Was on a great time. Phone. Let me scroll through it on my phone so I can have the lyrics in front of my face. That nigga said, "Nah. I'ma talk about it." I found it. I thought you was finna incriminate yourself. I tried to say you could.
Yeah. Also trying to keep from doing that as well.
Ooh.
Drip too hard. Don't stand too close. She said, "Ain't no such thing. Ram it down my."
Okay. This is another one I had a question about. I was floating on my back. No, let me take you there. Eye to eye with my sack. Said to myself, "God bless. I'm glad that my partner looking happy." As she yanked him out the water, would have thought it was an eel. Head dipped back in the water. Oh, in the river, excuse me. She got water in my ears. Eels don't have ears. What's going on here, sir? Feel free to run back through it as well. But
man,
what are these articles denoting? What is happening here, sir?
That is comedy. That's a great bit of writing. If William Ingle would be so fucking proud of me. Because if he heard them bars, if William Ingle heard those bars, if the good God Bill Ingle heard those bars, oh my God, he would be so proud of me, man. And I told him that story, he would be so proud of me. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you the story, man. Let's incriminate ourselves, man. I was at a ranch with my partner. I was at a ranch.
Ourselves. You said less and then did a we. Go ahead. I like where this is going. Talk your shit.
I was in Hunt, Texas, man, with a partner who went to school with us. A few partners that went to school with us. There's a bunch of us that went out there a few hours away from Houston. And
as we
was like we be out here in Texas, man. That's why we want our sons.
Oh, you did. Gang.
We was out there, man, and there's this school out there. There's an equestrian school. It was during the summer, and people fly in who are good, like at teaching equestrian. They fly in like to this remote ranch that's out in the middle of hill country, Texas, man, and they send their kids out there. Like the best instructors come from all over the world.
Send your kids.
It was a girl from Australia and a girl from New Zealand that we met. We went to this bar one night after like a rodeo or whatever that was close to the school. The school has these rodeos during the summer, and then like it's a bar next door. So like all the parents and stuff is like this where they come vacation at. So the parents go to the bar, they bring their kids, like the instructors come over, and so like the people from the town like all get together. Like it's just one bar for like 30 miles, 20 miles, something like that. Probably not that much. Probably like 10 miles, to be honest. But everybody within this like 10-mile radius, this is where they come. And so
I just be lying. 50, 40, 30, shit, I don't know.
10. It was a good 10. Met these shorties from New Zealand and Australia. They was instructors at this little equestrian camp.
Crikey.
Yeah, and me and my homie hopped up on stage, like with the band, like while they was doing some joint, because it was a song I knew. I think it might have been like it was some country song that I actually knew, and like they let me play the tambourine and get on stage, and then my partner like did back up. It was bone.
Oh yeah,
and so shorty thought it was cool, you know. So we started talking at the bar. I bought her some drinks, blah blah blah. And we went back to my partner ranch, or his family ranch or whatever. We went back over there to the ranch. The girls was like, all right, we're going to go with y'all. He's like, cool. So.
Notice he told that story like his swag pulled him not having a ranch to go back to. Yay! Go ahead, though. This nigga buried the lead. That was the bait. Then you had a fish.
Exactly.
I respect
that, man. Hopped in the river, put some coolers in the river. Like the river come back up to like your waist in like the middle. So there was some coolers in the river, like in floaties, and we just sat in the river, like me, my partner, them. Like it was those two girls we met. They were foreign, but it was two other girls that came back. So it was 4 girls. Like I think it might have been 6 dudes or something like that. 2 of the girls left, and then the other, like the chick from Australia, was choosing, man. And I was like, all right, here we go. So skinny dipped in the river. We like went down river some and was hanging out with skinny dipping in the river, man. And that thing was floating in the water. Things transpired, and I ended up with water in my ears. Dripping too hard. Lord,
I thought that was a story about you having silly ass thoughts while being baptized. I kid you not. I thought you were laying on your back, looked down and was like, look like a goddamn eel. Head dipped back in the water because you had dirty thoughts. She got water in my ears. That's genuinely what I thought the fuck was going on. Art is so fucking based on the fucking person. You feel what I'm saying? And I thought that's why you were so surprised that I had a bar referencing me being baptized in the song we did the week before. He was like, nigga, I ain't know you got saved. Yeah, nigga, it ain't just you. Yeah, nigga, I be rapping about shit too hidden in bars. That is not what this nigga was rapping about, y'all. That is not what this nigga... Alert. Meow, 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 meow. That is not what this nigga was rapping about, y'all. Good God, I did not know. And then once you start telling the story, that's where the story was ending. But in my head, I had made the connection that, nigga, do you realize what you thought this was about? Until you got to the punchline. And I was like, oh, damn. Whoa.
Bro, what?
I was like, in my head, I was like, he can still get baptized somewhere here.
Bro, we gotta do an album based on like what we thought each other meant and some shit until we actually found out. Cause we've been doing music shit. Like when you find out stories.
I've been trying to find a hook for Mutu Busy ever since you told me that shit. I was like, what the fuck is Mutu Busy, cuz? What does that mean?
You said it.
No the fuck I did, boy. No the fuck I did.
Me and Bone been using Mutu Busy for years, and I never knew what it meant. I had no clue. But he jammed the end of one sentence with the beginning of another sentence of bars, and I blended all of it. All of it became one. The end of that sentence and the beginning of the next one became one.
The end of the other sentence was, what's the move? And the next sentence was, too busy winning to lose. This nigga heard, what's the Mutu Busy? And didn't understand none of what came after that shit. He was like, he winning. That's all I know. Fuck it. My dog said he moved too busy with it.
He moved too busy.
Hey, you talking about?
That's what it was.
I would ask him, but he asking what it is. So I don't know if he the nigga to ask.
What's the Mutu Busy?
They call it. Well, fuck you, man. Can I do you a favor, man? I can't help you with Mutu Busy.
What you got for me, man? Oh my God. That's funny. Oh, my eyes hurt.
I deliberately didn't mention it in the pre-show meeting, bruh. Can I do you a favor? That nigga said, what you got for me? What the name of the show?
Give me some headlines.
Yeah, I could give you some headlines. That nigga said, what you got for me? Oh my God. I'm never reminding you, bro. I hope that's the theme of the whole shit. I'm just not gonna be bothered by it. It's just gonna be a running thing. I forgot to delete that one.
This week's episode of What You Got For Me.
What you got? Nigga, we gotta make some t-shirts for me, motherfucker. All right, I'm gonna throw you some curveballs because you was a jerk about it. Kodak Black addresses concerns over touching mom's butt. We ain't doing no crazy shit.
What? Oh my God.
FIFA reportedly ending. Yeah, I'm gonna make it tough for you. FIFA reportedly ending partnership with EA Sports after nearly 30 years.
Can't wait to see who they go to next.
And Paul Walker's daughter shares touching moment as Vin Diesel walking her down the aisle.
Let's go right there. Stop there. You had me at Paul Walker's daughter.
Yeah, man.
This might be a tearjerker right here.
Yeah, man.
I've been seeing this a lot. I've been seeing this 40 times on the interwebs.
Yeah, man. And you could have caught some of the bits and pieces through the interweb, but we got a little bit of a compilation from Complex. And the headline again is Paul Walker's daughter shares touching moment of Vin Diesel walking her down the wedding aisle. Vin Diesel is keeping his promise to take care of Paul Walker's only child. On Friday, the late actor's daughter, Meadow Walker, took to Instagram to confirm she had tied the knot with Lewis Thornton Allen. The 22-year-old posted several highlights from the intimate wedding ceremony, which took place in the Dominican Republic. Dominicana, baby. Friends and family. Paul's Fast and Furious co-star Vin Diesel was among those who attended the event and even played an important role during the ceremony, standing in for his good friend Paul and walking Meadow down the aisle. Meadow shared the touching moment with all of her followers, posting photos and video of Vin with the rest of the wedding party. As you can see in the visual below, Fast and Furious actress Jordan Brewster was also in attendance. You know, then I got a few other random details, but it's pretty much just family, man. They live in that shit. And that's heartwarming. It is, man. That's all I can say, man. They gonna make me get HBO Max to catch the next one. Cause I ain't gonna see it because of COVID, you know what I mean? And all that shit. And fuck HBO, cause I feel like they hoarding the good television, but this ain't about them. This about Paul Walker's lineage and Vin Diesel being about that shit he talk about, man, and his love to both and to his daughter. I toss it to you for your thoughts, my brother.
The first thing that stood out to me is this young lady's name is Meadow Walker. That's fire. She sounds like she'd be in an Annie Dillard novel. That's fire. Dog, I saw that, man, and I was like, yeah, that's real cool. Like that's just, I think we need to do a poll. Our first GSH poll needs to be what do you rank Godfathers? And like Vin Diesel, it's got to be Vin Diesel in there, or Vin Diesel and Currency. Vin Diesel, Paul Walker's relationship, Currency and Wiz's relationship. Like, who are the best relationships in show business?
I thought you was gonna go fictional with the other ones, say like Marlon Brando. And you said Wiz, Currency, that worked. I'm trying to think of other famous Godfathers. It's ones we don't know about. I think L.A. Reid, Jermaine Dupri, Godfather.
Really? That's
some shit like that. Yeah, some crazy shit like that. I might have made that up, but I think he know his daddy though. Hell no. We not only gonna give you some headlines, we just gonna make shit up and that again. Niggas took that insurance for liable and slander to the max, nigga. Like, I paid my deductible this month. Fuck that shit. Not my deductible, my premium. We gonna make that shit work. Hey, yeah, boy.
Welcome.
Wait till y'all hear these.
Make some shit up.
Hey, yeah, on coming up in season 2, the new segment, What You Got For Me, where I just make some shit up. Salacious rumors and bullshit to come. Might ain't just make the names up. Have y'all Googling niggas and niggas pop up like, oh shit, they wilding out in Idaho. I don't even know who the fuck Barbara McKitchen is. You feel what I'm saying? With 2 Ks.
Oh man.
But yeah, man, shouts out to Meadow.
L.A. Reid. I think L.A. Reid is true. I believed you. That shit was very believable.
I see you believe me. That's why I can't clean so fast because I ain't want that shit to become a thing. I said, oh, people might believe that shit. I said that shit was too much conviction. They didn't smell the bullshit.
That's good stuff.
Oh man,
That's good stuff.
Where my camera at? Where my goddamn screenshotted thing back? Can I chop it up with you, cuz?
Hey, come on.
Chop. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on.
Chop is out.
But then we got a chop session about headlines. Hey, give me some headlines. And right now we're gonna cut to a clip from our brother Jay Whitwell. We don't know the nigga, but brother in the sense of, you know what I'm saying, melanated. We ain't worried about where you came out of vagina. Shouts out to the science of it. But our melanated brother, Jay Williams, who elocutes this in a way that I don't want to bastardize by rephrasing it. So I'm going to just cut to the clip and we'll be back after this short break.
Let me explain how media works. You create a polarizing headline that suggests something that actually isn't true in order to create a narrative to get people to buy into it. I want you to read some of the headlines that you're going to see about what Karl Anthony Towns had to say about Kyrie Irving's Instagram live session the other day. Check it out. Now that you've actually seen the headlines, I actually want you to hear the sound, see the video of what Karl Anthony Towns actually says. Check this out.
You know, I'm obviously a strong believer in the vaccine. I've been through so much that it would be kind of contradicting to be not on the pro-vaccine side. But what I will say is that I'm a man of choice, and I like to give people their choice, and I have no problem with people having their choice. I think that it's not only a human right that God has given us, but it's something that it's an American right as well. And I'm never for someone to have their own choice. You know, they make their own decisions on their own bodies for their own families. I have no ill will towards that or anything. The only thing, like I said at media day, is just don't give me excuse why. You know, you don't have to give me any excuse about your balls or testicles or something like that. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to hear about all that shit. So I'm here about just, if you don't want to do it, that's your choice. Cool.
Have you talked to Kyrie at all, or what do you think about how he's approaching?
I haven't talked to anybody. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
This is exactly my point. The media tries to pit athletes against each other with salacious headlines, when in reality, it couldn't be further from the truth. These articles would insinuate that Karl Anthony Towns is attacking Kyrie Irving on his stance about not being or being vaccinated, when that's not what actually happened. What the headlines should have said is that Karl Anthony Towns is pro-vaccine while also being pro-choice. But you know what? That's not the narrative they want you to believe. They want you to believe that Karl Anthony Towns, because of all the tragedy he's had in his family, and he's attacking every single person who's unvaccinated, when that's actually not the case at all. When he is referring to no BS excuses, these headlines would insinuate that he's actually referring to Kyrie Irving, when in reality, if you listen to the sound, he's actually referring to Nicki Minaj. The last article that comes out and says, well, he takes apart Kyrie Irving's stance. He can't do that because Kyrie Irving never gave a stance. Once again, insinuating something that actually never happened. So here is my masterclass to everybody. When you're scrolling through IG, when you're reading your newspaper, when you're on your tablets, when you're on your iPad, when a headline, when bold print captivates you, when it gets your attention, please just don't react to the bold print. Please read the fine print beneath. Get context, because these things, they try to twist it on you to make you think, I almost got twisted in my words, to make you think it's something is actually not. That's all I'm saying for today. Happy Sunday. Enjoy some football. I know I will.
Yeah, man. So yeah, as you can see, he was discussing specifically Kyrie Irving and a lot of these issues going on with the conversation around him. And I don't really have a desire to reiterate or speak on that. So I just tossed it to my brother P. What are your thoughts on this in general? with how headlines are used as a tool. And if you feel so inclined to speak on how Kyrie Irving has been, not necessarily a victim, because I don't like that word, but he's been a part of what's been worked on with this tool and this mechanism to shape the narrative around him and how people feel about him.
Yeah, man. I hate when people play clickbait with people's lives. Like, and journalism is, like, I pride myself as a writer, you know what I mean? And I pride myself as, like, the things that I talk about, and I want them to be the truth. And so for folks to write things that they know not true, like they were there, you know what I mean? And it's a double-sided coin, and they playing clickbait with people's lives, and they are like these actual folks who are gonna get, like, and they know how reactive people are, especially in the digital age where they feel like everybody's opinion, they feel like it matters. And you have the platforms to voice your opinion and it be heard or seen if it gets enough attention. And it'll be like, and we do that to people, man. And like, I think it's horribly unfair. And like, because, and I'm sure you're going to hear the narrative at some point of folks saying, well, he made millions of dollars to play a game. It's like, well, he made millions of dollars to play that game, not to have you verbally assaulting him, or because that shit leads to people getting mad enough to go into a stadium and throw a drink at you, or feeling like they can touch you outside of the workplace.
And like, people see that shit wrong anyway. He don't make millions of dollars to play a game. He gets a percentage of the money that they make in partnership with 30 owners. It is why no athlete is overpaid. Because in the league, in the NBA, with a 12-man roster, that's 360 something players splitting 49% of the profits. And it's 32 owners splitting 51% of the profits. So I don't want to hear that no athlete overpaid. I don't give a fuck what their salary is. And when you take it to the NFL, it's a 52-man roster. So shut the fuck up with that athletes being overpaid shit, when they literally get paid a percentage of the money they generate.
Yeah.
You can't be overpaid when you commission based. It is impossible. Especially when your commission less than 50 as the labor. If you the labor and you get less than 50% of what you generate, motherfucker, you are not underpaid. And if anybody raised you to believe different, I know what part of the socioeconomic class you started in. And I leave it at that.
Yeah. And the other side of the coin, man, is how people try to manipulate, aside from the assault part, is the manipulation of people and having them being used as pawns in something that they don't want to be pawns in. Like, how they using Kyrie. We'll see. Look at Kyrie standing up for us. It's like, nah, bro. It was like, this is what I feel. I don't even think, like, Kyrie, they know they ask Kyrie questions knowing that he gonna get them the truth. If he thinking this, he gonna say this. Irregardless of how people feel about it, man. And so I hate when we do that to people who tell the truth, because it scares people from telling the truth. Like when the people are out there telling their truth and like not lying and like not following in line with everybody else, and this is what you do to them, you get far less people to tell you that truth. And so, the other point that I wanted to make is that this shit it's super fucking lazy, man. Like, it shows you how lazy people are, and like when you get that headline and you get all the turmoil that results from it, when people just could have went and found the context. And I know I'm guilty of it. Like, I'll read some shit, but I don't make those
It's the effect of Twitter on the media. They know people would only rather just get 150 characters, so they're doing it with their headlines.
Right. And
it's gotcha journalism on steroids because of the tweet culture. They got 150 character headlines that are just shit that will get retweeted. Kyrie Irving, anti? No, the fuck he not. Because it's people who get on there and search anti-vax. You can't get on there and say Kyrie Irving says he's not for or against the vax, because that's not going to pop up when people search anti-vax. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this shit is strategic. And the reason I reference that as a part of the tool and saying it's strategic is a lot of the books I get that I read and I'm introduced to by being recommended them. I usually don't know shit exists until a motherfucker tell me it exists, because when last time you seen a commercial for a book? The game is to be sold. It is not to be told. But knowledge is something that matriculate. And that ain't something new. That's something that is very, very, very old. But several years ago, at the time, the richest man in the world, Bill Gates, recommended that we all should read a book called How to Lie with Statistics. And I recommend to you in 2021, as you get barraged with statistics and they are using them to shape laws and mandates that will affect your life, that you simply go and read a book recommended to you by one of the people in the forefront of trying to pass legislation and affect change and go from tech to medicine somehow as a leader and how the world handles things. He recommended that you read a book called How to Lie with Statistics. I recommend you go read that book, as headlines and different things are communicated to you with statistics. Learn how they're formulated. Learn how they're calculated. Learn the legality of statistics and what exactly you can represent as the truth when speaking on things. And the only reason I start with that is to finish it up by saying to you, even in understanding how things actually work, you can look this up. It is legal for them to lie to you in the media as long as it's classified as entertainment. So be careful who the fuck your sources are. That's all I tell you. It is legal for them to lie to you as long as it is classified as entertainment. Whew, how many people read newspapers? A lot of people watching TV, huh? Can I do you a favor, my guy?
Give me some headlines.
Hey, do a nigga drop the hammer or do I drop the hammer, cuz? Young boy never broke again to be released from jail on bond. LeBron James filmed verbally clashing with Cameron Payne. Quote, stay humble. People call out Boosie Badass for his latest homophobic rant about Lil Nas X. And this one is from 2 days ago. Yes, it is a new story. Before you ask, he said, damn, did we do that about 10 episodes ago? That's 2 months old. No, it's not.
Oh, man. What was the second story?
LeBron James filmed verbally clashing with Cameron Payne, quote, stay humble. And the first one was Young Boy Never Broke Again. NBA Young Boy. I don't know why I keep doing it like that. Probably because the NBA was trying to get that nigga back the name. So he had to start saying the whole thing like the Tribe Called Quest.
That's man. He was getting too much. He was getting too popular.
I'm one streaming artist in the world for a little while. Nigga said, no. We the reason why he had. No, the fuck y'all not. He proved that shit immediately. But yeah. Him, LBJ, and Boosie Badass living up to his name and surprising people somehow.
Let's go NBA Youngboy, man. I went to a gym and they play Youngboy every day in there, bro. And it was catching that saying the Youngboy is the greatest rap of all time. And I refuse to argue with anybody who make that statement.
As I meet people and see who they are obsessed with musically, it confused the fuck out of me in trying to find my fan base as an artist.
Right.
You'd be surprised at who banging NBA Youngboy, yo.
NBA Youngboy, right.
I'm talking about 37-year-old white ladies banging this nigga shit. I'm talking about you making faces like that. What the hell you listening to? I had to stop her. What you listening to? You going hard as fuck over here. She said, I go by Youngboy. She don't talking shit. She started doing the walk. I said, I know what you're listening to. Oh, good. Cause they'll communicate. They be looking for other NBA Youngboy fans. They'll say niggas start doing that walk. I'd be like, I ain't one of y'all. Hey, just like NBA Youngboy is mainstream, but his fan base is like juggalos. Like you familiar with the Insane Clown Posse?
Yeah.
Them niggas fan base is a community. You feel me? I feel like that nigga about a decade away from niggas starting to attack that nigga. That nigga headed to some crazy shit. And what's fucked up here, a nigga said something like, a nigga told me he was about to be that like 6 years ago or some shit. And I was like, that's what's up. He's like, nah, like King of the South, a stepping stone on the way to where he headed to. And I was like, all right, bro. And he was like, nah, nigga, for real though. I said, bro could rap his ass off, bro. I hope he's successful. I hope he stay out of trouble. Square being that good shit. And he was like, nah, nigga, you gonna listen to me talk about NBA Youngboy. I was like, go ahead. I ain't going nowhere. But I feel like you want me to feel how you feel. And I just ain't heard as much as you've heard. You feel me? But the nigga kept coming, bro. The nigga ain't
I heard a lot
stopped.
of his music. I had some of my best workouts. Like he a lot of my workout playlists. Because I used to be in there, bro. Like you hear, like, God, like who is this?
It's crazy to hear how many people he sound like he been working with forever as soon as he started working with. His chemistry with other artists is crazy.
It's insane.
Shit he did with Offset and the Migos. Yeah.
Yeah. I see why people like him.
Yeah. And it seemed effortless. He ain't trying. No, he working hard, but I'm saying he don't seem like he putting on. He just being himself.
Right.
You feel me? And that's probably why they gravitating to him. You feel me?
Right.
And that probably the next step. Got to see that nigga live. If I see that nigga live, it'll probably make me go deep dive the catalog. That usually how it work. Once I see a motherfucker live, I be like, all right, let me go figure out about him. Wiz ain't dropped nothing. Like I saw Wiz live. He's never released anything I haven't heard since.
Really?
Dead ass. I saw that nigga live, and I saw him live again probably 7 times in the next 2.5 years. Couldn't get enough. And the nigga was dropping a project every 4-5 months, so it was new shit every time I went to see him. First time I went to see him, it was Cabin Fever mixtape. Next time I went to go see the nigga, Rolling Papers had came out. The next time it was Taylor Allardyce. And then the next time, no. I skipped Cushion OJ. Cushion OJ was before Cabin Fever. It was Cushion OJ, Cabin Fever, Rolling Papers, Taylor Allardyce, and then whatever that second one was that had Work Hard, Play Hard on it. He was on his Rockstar shit with that, and Mac Miller had done hit. So that tour, they was doing co-headliners, and they both had an hour set. I told that nigga Derek, if you come back to America, bro, I don't give a fuck how little of a time you got. if you can carve out a piece for your dog, I'm gonna pull up on you. He told me like Monday, hey bro, I'm gonna be there that weekend, man. I don't know if like in my pop birthday or some shit like that, but I had some free time Saturday if you got some time. I said, shit, that nigga Wiz gonna be in town. He said, say word, how much the tickets is? I said, don't worry about it. I drove up there in the motherfucking Chevy Caprice and scooped that nigga. To chat, came right back, nigga. We was out there in Lakewood. I'm talking about firing up. That shit one of the craziest shows I've ever been to, bro. He was out there singing and shit, bro. He was on his rock star shit, bro. And we was in that bed losing it.
Is that the one where he did? Because I saw him. I've seen him twice. I saw him once in Charleston, South Carolina. Forget the name of that venue. It was on King Street. And then I saw him for a second time. I saw him at Emory, I think it was. He was somewhere in the A.
I was with you at that Emory one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember that one. That was the Cabin Fever one. That was the Cabin Fever one I was talking about. Because you remember what happened when we came out the car? When our feet hit the parking deck, the bass dropped and we heard Taylor Gang, and then we just started running and we heard another set of footsteps and it was two white girls running behind us. And we was like, oh shit, okay, Taylor Gang, we in it bit. And we all caught the elevator at the same time. Smooth, here you talking about. I remember that shit like it was yesterday, bro. Kind of two niggas tried to get in front of us. They like, the two girls behind us was Emory students and we weren't students. We was off campus, you did. So you had to be a student to go to the because of how the insurance and all that shit work, they can't have off-campus people come to these campus shows even if tickets are sold. It's a little slick shit they do. But if you a date or a guest of somebody on campus, get what? Pew, 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 pew. Loophole, nigga. Just being hyped that Taylor Gang dropped is what got us into that fucking show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good energy get you into a lot of places. Yeah.
You get you anywhere. We just run around the city. It's like, oh, we is over here. We own it.
That's simple. I don't even think we paid for them tickets. I don't even remember how we got them tickets.
Santage.
Oh,
homie, Robot Man.
Okay.
You gotta beep his name out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got us in that guy. We was me, you, him.
I ain't even gonna reverse it. I'm gonna beep it. Just put cow noises right there. Hey, you talking about? I don't even know what the hell we was talking about. This was a good ass segment because I don't know how we end up where we did.
NBA YoungBoy.
Oh, okay, yeah. It'll take you crazy. Oh yeah, and his fans, and they be on some other shit. Yeah.
Then you move to Wiz.
Oh, because I be on some other shit about Wiz. Yeah.
It's like a lot about Wiz.
That's what's up. So I feel about Wiz how y'all feel about NBA. So it's just, a part of the time. Because I feel like that blog era, everybody chose somebody to feel like that about. Some people chose J. Cole. Some people chose fucking Drake. Some people chose Cuddy. You know what I'm saying?
We know who you didn't choose. Some people chose fucking Drake. We know who you didn't choose. A lot of good shit was coming out at that time, though, man. That was the time I was living in, like, when I was transitioning.
You ain't shit. That nigga the Billboard Artist of the Decade. You try to create undue beef. You know I fuck with old dude catalog. Ain't got shit to do with nothing. Fuck that nigga though. If you want beef, it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. But I don't. I really don't. What that nigga young boy said, 100,000 on my head, who want it? Nobody, nigga. Unless you got life insurance. But that's a bit. To keep it pushing on that note. I had a nigga the other day, man, and then got out the car, said some crazy shit to me. I said, what the fuck wrong with you, man? Shut the fuck up. You nigga, you know I had the right of way. And I still let you go in front of me. The fuck you bitching about? The fuck you mean you had the right of way? I said, nigga, you was turning left. It's called right of way, mother. What is you mad about, nigga? I said, shut the fuck up, man. We done talk. You say something else, I'm finna beat your ass. You're not making it home tonight. I said, nigga, I'll shoot you. I said, they didn't stop making pistols when they made joy. That nigga got back in the car and waited till I got back in the car after I went in the store. Talking all that crazy shit. Bro, we headed into the shit. That nigga speeding up the street, driving crazy. And I'm riding up the street with my blinker on in the right turning lane. And I just stop. And I just look at the nigga through my windshield. And he go and turn in. And then I turn in behind him and I park. And he get out staring at me and talk. I'm like, not today, my nigga. Not today. I did everything right. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not getting this stupid shit even though I did everything right. That's not how this game works. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to do either or all the way. And when he got back in the car, he allowed me to do what I get what I deserved, to be left the fuck alone. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, but I'd be damned if you think because I let you turn left ahead of me, I'm that nigga to try. That ain't who got out of the car. That nigga was left on the road. All the patience dripped out watching your stupid ass fling that motherfucker around and drive like, oh, he not trying to get in an accident, so he gonna keep both of us safe. I hate people who drive like that. Why I gotta keep both of us safe? Care more about your safety than you want me to. That go for niggas crossing the street too. Care more about your safety than you want me to. Because I was raised to wait until it was clear to cross the street. These new pedestrians think if you see them, you supposed to stop for them. Bitch, who raised y'all? Who raised these new pedestrians? Am I tripping?
It's crazy how you get a license at 16 and that's the last time you got to deal with the DMV. Like nobody got to take any continued education. Like nobody got to take any other skills. Me and my old lady was talking about this earlier today, man. Somebody was like, she was telling me about a wreck when she had like where this girl was like looking straight down, and she was like, "Is she not gonna look up?" And the girl step. She said, "She not gonna look up," and they ran into each other. I told her how a chick hit me in Atlanta where it was 4 lanes across. I was in the 3rd lane. She was in the 2nd lane. She swooped to the 1st and made a U-turn into oncoming traffic and hit my Jeep. I said, "Get these hoes off the road." They put niggas in danger out here, bro. Oh my God, get these bitches out off the streets. Get these. We need continued education of this motherfucker. Who did he on the road, bro? My God, man. Come on.
Nigga wild or not.
Come on.
Bro, it was a nigga doing 40 up all the 75 north coming from the airport, bro. I was like,
was he in the right?
What the fuck you? Though? He was drifting from the one right next to the right into the right and making it to where you couldn't pass the nigga in either. And it was the only lane that was moving. Yeah.
He was trying to set something up.
Yeah. Boy, get the fuck out of it. Well, I was so motherfucking mad, yeah.
You know how you be trying to get, come on, man. Come on, have some sympathy.
And you know what you do in them situations, cause as much as we bitch about people being on their phone, anybody who act like they have never done it lying. But don't just be on your goddamn phone. But the point is, your spatial awareness make you do what the people around you doing. So you try to get around this stupid motherfucker, he drift to the right. You speed up, this motherfucker speed up. But when I say I was so motherfucking hot, I was so hot. And you blow your phone, and this the worst shit because sometimes
you've been Simmons.
You'll think this nigga on their phone, but not be sure. You be like, I'm not finna honk, bro. I'm not finna honk. Damn, the nigga finna hit me. You blow your horn, and you see the nigga head go. It make you even madder, bro. I be like, get off your goddamn. That when you yell it. Get off your goddamn phone, cuz. What you doing, baby? As long as I don't see your head pop up, I don't even be mad. I'd be like, you got away with it. But if your head just snapped, you was way too focused. Oh, damn, I am driving. What the fuck is we doing, bro? My life in your hands, nigga. We out here together, man. You motherfucker. This shit be stressing me, bro. I gotta get out the road. I gotta get, nigga. I don't care where I'm at because I know the fuck out my city. I go get lost wherever I be. If that type of shit happen, I'm getting off at the next exit. Final destination ruined bad red flags. Let some dumb shit happen on the highway. Okay, I will take Memorial Drive from Decatur all the way to that motherfucker turn to Capitol Ave. You goddamn right. Yes, sir, I will. I get on Briarcliff, driving to that motherfucker turn to Moreland, drive to that motherfucker past goddamn 20 to where it hit 285. But past that, and then you take a left on one of them back roads, when you actually get on the highway, you are 1.7 miles from the airport, bro. Niggas don't know. Moreland used to be 75, 475. Like, nigga, Memorial Drive was I-20, east-west. Moreland was 75 north-south. But niggas don't know the city like that. And then the rest of the shit just gridded out from there. You feel what I'm saying? When Memorial Drive crossed Candler, what it do? Perpendicular. So what Candler is? North-south like Moreland, right? It's just on the east side. So it take you all the way. Take Candler to that motherfucker dead end. You in South Decatur, Stone Mountain almost. Take that bitch till it dead end the other way. You almost in goddamn Snellville, goddamn Smyrna. But yeah, man, I don't know why the fuck I'm talking about lay out of the city. I'm gonna cut the fuck out of this. This supposed to be That's a Bet, watching Monday Night Football, talking NFL weekend update and shit like this. But this turned into bashing bad drivers. And that's the thing, bro. To know your city extremely well, for motherfuckers to try to follow you from in front of you, you know how that shit go. As soon as your blinker go on, a motherfucker dart into the lane without signaling. So now you got to be one of the niggas who don't signal. So the nigga don't know your moves. Cause I watched Office Space so many times as a kid. I told myself I would never be that nigga in traffic. I was either going to sit in my motherfucking lane and just eat it, or I was going to learn how to read the DNA and shift through it. So I choose. I'm like, all right, nigga, I'm in traffic today and I'm just chilling. Or I'm in that bitch sticking and moving. And you cannot stick and move if you got a motherfucker trying to make your moves in front of you. Because it ain't always 2 car lengths. And he always going to be doing it and slowing down and checking his review instead of paying attention and doing what's fucking safe. And they did a study in a small town because they had put a stoplight up and it caused traffic jams for like 4 hours during rush hour. And it showed in a town of less than 500,000 on the highway when a motherfucker in traffic during rush hour hit their brakes once, like stopped short, the ripple effect it caused delayed traffic for an hour and a half. So all that had to happen was about 3 or 4 times. If there was if there were 2 or 3 wrecks, that was enough to stop traffic for 4 hours. And people constantly doing that silly shit in Atlanta. All of the traffic in Atlanta is caused by people who wait until the last minute to get on connectors. So wherever you are, that's what caused the ripple effect. If you like, God damn, why traffic always terrible at Wesley Chapel? It's because 2 miles up at 285 before you get to Candler, niggas is darting over to the right and you got to go 35 miles an hour to go through that loop. So niggas is cutting from the fast lane going 70 because they deserve to be first. and slowing down to 30 miles an hour and cutting niggas off. And the ripple effect of people slamming on their brakes caused dead standstill traffic at fucking Wesley Chapel. And then you like, oh, goddamn, when you get to Moreland, that's cause 75, 2 miles the fuck up. That's where all the traffic come from, bruh. Motherfuckers trying to be first and cutting over at the last minute and the ripple effect of the brakes. It ain't no stoplights on the highway. Why the fuck would it ever be a reason to stop?
Why is there a reason to ever stop when there are?
If you knew where you done drove with me before, bro. We'll be going to the airport and I'll be in the lane that turn to 75 south, that turn to 85 south, that go into the airport. I don't switch lanes once, nigga. He be like, damn, we got here quick as shit, nigga. If you don't be on all that bullshit, you can just go 50 and get here, nigga. I told you, I choose what I'm going to do and I be chilling, bro.
Yeah.
And there's ways to tell if people following you from in front of you. Get in the HOV lane. Because you know whether or not a nigga got somebody else in their car. If they come with you, yeah, I knew it. I get all the way to the slow lane and go 50. I'd be like, nigga, I don't want no riding partner. I get there when I get there.
Slow roll. You know I like the slow roll. I'm hopping on ponds and we gone.
Oh yeah. You made me get to where I accepted that shit, bruh. That nigga P, bruh. He asked me one day, like, the fuck, where you gotta be? And I was like, damn, right here. You right. We chilling. I'm tripping. Like, that nigga P be cruising, bro. That nigga be cruising, nigga. And rarely are we ever headed to some shit that's time sensitive that we got an appointment for. You feel me? But that tea time, that's the only shit we ever do that got a time associated for real.
Yeah, we slow poking, man. I mean, I'm out here to enjoy the ride. If I gotta be out here, I'm out here to enjoy it. Ponce got all them trees. I ain't gotta feel the sun beat down on me except in little spots. And it just feel good. I can open up the sunroof, man.
I was thinking about this Spanish restaurant, El Super Pan. You said panoramic, El Super Pan. That nigga PL super passive when he driving though. At the same time that he hates you for doing some dumb shit, particularly like anybody else would, he leaves 3-4 car lengths for a nigga who trying to get out of spot because he just want to make sure his Jeep don't get hit. Yeah, a motherfucker pull up and it's obvious they trying to get him. He won't inch closer or put his blinker on to show dominance or like, nigga, this me right here. And then the motherfucker pull in the spot and you be like, oh, God damn. And then he be like, you in a hurry to go lose money, nigga? We headed into a casino. The fuck? The drink's gonna be free whenever we get there. And I was like, you right. But then, did we not end up having to park far as fuck, though?
It wasn't far as fuck.
He checkmated me. It's because we went to the parking deck. You right. Yeah, it was a short-ass walk.
Right.
We was in the parking lot.
Oh, I know exactly what example you talk about. Yeah. Hey, I was like, yeah, what
this nigga talking about? Because it sound like a memory. He ain't talking now.
Yeah. We got overhead parking now. Like
we walked straight into the casino. Yeah. We didn't have to go through no doors or pat downs and that. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Into an elevator. Yeah, we walked into an elevator. Whole nine. Walked straight to the gambling floor.
It was almost like tourists park out there and the locals go park where we park so they don't fuck with the locals type shit. It was weird how not, like we had to show our ID so that we got a wristband so they ain't have to cart us on the floor or some shit. That was it.
Yeah, they're in all casinos. Yeah.
Show your ID?
Yeah.
You can gamble when you're 18, though. You get the wristband so you can drink, don't know? You got to be 21 to gamble?
21 to gamble.
Since when? Blackjack?
I don't know when it happened, but that's how I've always known it. Yeah, you can't get on the gambling floor unless you're 21.
How old is the legal gambling age in America?
I found this on the web.
Bitch, answer, man. I hate Siri. I heard Cortana just give you the answer.
Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah. Nothing new there. If she that smart, Apple, had that bitch read the article and just give me the damn answer. They teach elementary school kids how to read a paragraph and get information from it. How smart can Siri be if y'all can't teach her how to do that? Am I tripping on that, bro?
Man, don't challenge them to make this bitch no smarter, please. Don't.
If I ask, if you ask her this, how many chucks would a woodchuck? Hey, nah, shut up. How many chucks would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Sorry, I missed that. Could you?
She don't do nothing right, bro. She useless.
We both right. It's 18 some places and 21 in others.
Oh.
If you're on a tribal casino reservation, you can be 18. Yeah.
What would Lake Charles? Damn. I'm gonna bleep that. 126 on the nose. Hey, while I'm out here incriminating stuff, doing stuff you wish a nigga wouldn't, do something you wish a nigga would, tell me something good, bro. Oh damn, we cutting the show stupid early. It is what it is. Nice and tight. He one of them tidy C.O.D. operations.
That's how Tom told me to cut that guy. Do it like a wave. You cut that joint like a wave. I
act like I'm playing a violin.
That's what they look like. Oh man, but I was on the timeline recently, man. I saw something that I didn't want to watch it at first because there was black people fighting, and I usually skip past those videos not to give them any more attention than they deserve. But I kept with this one because it was a news story, and so I knew it had to have some type of angle. So I wanted to stick around for whatever the angle was, and I was glad I stuck around for that angle because at this, I forget what school it is, but there's a school where they were having some turbulence, we'll call it, in the school, and young men were being young men, and there were some altercations. And so what happened was the fathers of some of those young men at that school decided, all right, we're going to go up here to the school and spend our free time taking shifts. They call it fathers on duty. They go up to the school. They essentially they are not armed guards. They wear t-shirts and they simply stand in the hallways and they tell dad jokes and they parent all the kids as a tribe of parents, which is the most fantastic shit. Like, these men got together. They heard about these fights at school and they handled it in that way. They got together and they went to the school and they said, well, look, give this an opportunity. Instead of getting armed guards, instead of doing something where you're punishing kids, let's put some positivity in their paths as they go throughout their day. And apparently it's been revolutionary at that school. And so they trying to get chapters all over the fucking, I think they starting with their county, then they moving to the state, and then they gonna try to get it interstate. But yeah, sitting there and watch it. It should be a bigger story than what it is, man. So often we hear that we are not the most active fathers, and which is why I staged that book there, Step Up to the Plate, Dad. I met that guy, R.B. Brown, when I was in North Carolina, man, and he talked about being like the greatest job in the world is being a parent, and it's the most challenging, and like how we all have to step up to the plate. And he was talking about his journey through fatherhood and how it's evolved, and how important he sees the role. And so that's why that book is staged there, and because of the Tell Me Something Good, which is fathers in our community who, it is a scientific study, we are the most present as Black fathers. We are the most present subgroup of fathers that there are, is, and ever will be And yeah, man, shout out to fathers on duty. Continue to do y'all's thing. We keep finding new things for us to support, man. So yeah, let's continue to support them and uplift them because they are doing something good.
Before you go too far, let the doctor talk to you. Make you a star. Here, because I'm always give you what you want. I'm always give you a little bit of medicine, give you what you need. And I will never let you forget that it is always better to give than it is to receive.